This is episode 8. And this has been very, very exciting. Why are you staring on my face?
This is off the record. You have a pimple right here.
There's no off the record
I
here.
want to pop it.
Okay, but anyway, yeah. Stop looking at it.
Oh boy, it's so great though. Look at that.
Is it wider than you?
She is
Are you
doing this on
seriously-
the screen, on the pod.
Ow. Oh, that hurt. That's disgusting.
That is going to be on the pod.
Oh.
No, that is being deleted.
No, that's gonna be in the pod.
No,
It's
that
gonna
is
be-
Okay.
being deleted.
All right, we're doing episode 8 of WandaVision.
Just to make sure that it doesn't get deleted, she did something to her husband's chin.
In a
That can be deleted too.
in a non-sexual way. For the record. Thank you for listening to your favorite podcast and watching this podcast. You know this is your favorite. This is the Maximum Filipino Show, even though only 1 out of 3 of us is Filipino. But yeah, this is the Maximum Filipino Show. We're doing Afterflicks. This is the continuation of Disney Plus original series while Wakka's cleaning his yeah, exactly. WandaVision. This is episode 8. This has been a very exciting TV show, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm watching a movie. You know what I mean? That's what I love about it.
I do not.
Maybe because we're used to the whole Marvel cinematic universe. So it's like this show is a movie, except there's no like a movie filter.
Mm.
You know, when you watch TV shows and movies, they use the different filters and different effects and the people. I don't know if you noticed that. Like they use more people in movies than in TV shows, especially for action movies. Like in TV shows, they're so limited with the amount of people they hire to be extras.
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? So with this one, it's great. So what do you think about episode 8 coming from a person who is not too fond of action movies?
Well, I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of questions.
Well,
Okay.
good.
It wasn't bad because there wasn't a lot of action,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't mind it. But this is, if I'm going to be completely honest, this is the time. Well, I think the last episode is the time where I would be like, I'm done. I'm not going to watch this anymore.
Really?
Yeah. It's lost my interest in the fact of I feel as if the love story is gone.
Well, no, it's building up. To be honest, it's like the whole thing is building up, and
Yeah.
that's evident with the post credit scene of this episode.
Right? It's a whole... Yeah, it's building
So
up
it's-
again.
it's
But I
building
have
up.
lots of notes.
That's good. Yeah, we can go through that later. How about you, Wakka? What do you think?
Nice. It was good. I like this episode. There was a lot of answers to a lot of behind the scene movies for Wanda that made sense to me now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But anyway, my name is CB, Captain Bug, AJ. You can guys call me whatever you want. Just don't call me if you need anything else, because I'm married. With me is Courtney. She's my wonderful, amazing, beautiful white wife.
White. Emphasis. on
Have you
white.
been enjoying this podcast so far?
In general, nothing particular
In general,
but this
yeah.
one.
You're not really into podcasts or talking.
I'm not a talkative person.
That's right. Okay. And we also have Wakka. Wakka has a camera, and it's an amazing
Yes.
camera in front of him.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm
How
enjoying
are
this
you
camera in
doing?
front of me.
All right. There's something behind you. What is that?
That is...
It's secret.
Yes.
It's for you to find out. Come over and stay in this room. I'm just kidding. I'm just
So
kidding.
weird.
Yeah, WandaVision. What I think, it's really interesting. I think it kind of answered a lot of our questions.
Heck no, I got more questions.
No. Like it answered the question of why TV show. Like we understood before,
Yes,
when we
it
did
did.
this at the beginning of the podcast. Like we understood that okay, so Wanda might be controlling this or with someone else, or it's just Wanda.
Oh
And
yeah,
then we had
that all got answered.
Yeah, and then we had a question: why TV show though? Like, why is it the TV show concept that she's trying to do? So that answered it in this episode.
episode.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
Well, I didn't get that part.
Well, because she grew up watching them. Remember, with her parents. She grew up watching all these, so that's how she pictured.
So the sitcom,
yeah, that's how she pictured living a life with.
I would like to
Vision.
point out.
Mm.
Did you notice? So in every episode, there's always like an intro.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
This one did not have an intro.
What do you mean intro?
You know how
So,
the
like-
sitcom intros?
Yeah. So like.
Oh yeah. Well, because I think by this time it's not a TV show anymore.
Yeah, now it's
Like
focused
it's like
on
a
the
show.
story.
Yeah, like it's the storyline now. You know what I mean?
The overall story. But
Yeah.
that was a good catch because they still had
Yeah.
that intro in the last one for Agatha.
Right.
Right.
Kind of. Yeah.
So
to introduce
I
them.
thought that if this episode was going to be about Agatha again, I thought they would do an Agatha intro,
Mhm.
but no.
No, they did a typical Marvel movie intro.
Or just TV shows. Yeah.
well, no, this one.
Oh, yeah,
this
yeah,
time,
yeah,
because
yeah.
now they did a typical backstory of
Mhm. Yeah.
a character.
Yeah. Let's start with our predictions. I don't know if you guys remember this from last time. Some of the predictions that we had. So the Pietro thing didn't happen in this episode. He didn't show up.
Yeah.
Vision didn't show up either.
Well, he did. He did.
He did,
like
but he wasn't the main
scene.
character.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll get to that
Okay.
later.
So that was one of my predictions. I don't remember any of my other predictions. I should probably start writing them down. But
Just listen to the end of the podcast.
right. But Pietro didn't show up. We didn't see Monica. Monica wasn't there. So this is more focused on Agatha and Wanda in this episode.
But my question, okay, I'm just gonna ask it anyways.
Okay.
My question is where are all those people at the end when they run out of the house and Agatha has the boys? Where's Vision? Where's all of the people?
That we don't know. Like, so the last time we saw Vision, he flew away. He flew out of the car
Right.
where Darcy was, and then that's it.
And
We didn't know what
supposedly we
happened.
assume he's on his way to,
To see
Right.
Wanda,
and still not there yet.
That's
Surprisingly.
always a dilemma with TV shows and movies, like the timeline and the time
Mhm.
itself is pretty much like non-existent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you compare it to the time that Vision has left the car or the truck during the time that I don't know
All of this
She went down the
Wanda
basement.
Wanda found all that. It's like it should have been enough time for him to meet
Right.
Wanda, but that's just part of the
Yeah,
part of
timeline
the
in
show.
movies and in shows. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So we started the show with the Marvel intro, the typical Marvel intro, but the Marvel changed color to purple.
That was pretty neat.
Purple. It shows that we're focusing now on Agatha. Like this is Agatha. So we started the whole show started with back in the day when Agatha was getting picked up by, we assume, her sisters, and a confirmation that that's her mother.
Mhm.
Now, was she calling her mother because she's like the head, or is she really her mother?
I assume she's. I mean, again, this is based on most of the fantasy stories I read. They will call the main witch the mother witch.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't think
actu-
it's her actual mother.
I
I don't
actually
know.
think it's her mother.
I think it's her actual mother.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because when she said mother, she gave her that look,
Yeah.
and then the sad face on the old woman.
And she kind of like hesitated too when she like went to like use her powers on her mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
So you brought up a question while we're watching.
Yeah, I think I
that
wrote
scene.
it down. Yeah, okay. So I have two questions,
Okay.
actually. Well, I'll do the one first. So all of the sisters, including the mother,
Mm-hmm.
if those are the sisters,
Right.
just could be other people, their powers were blue.
Yeah.
Agatha's
Purple.
was
Purple.
purple.
Yeah. So before anything else, I'm sorry. Just want to set it up. We do not have any background. Like we only watch MCU. We don't read the comic books.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this or watching to this, you're like, yeah, that's wrong. Because in the comic books, we don't do that. We don't read the comic books. But feel free to comment and let us know what,
Yeah.
like, what's the real thing. So we're just assuming and deducting all these based on our previous experiences and previous shows that we watched from the MCU, and basically just paying attention. So I'm gonna go first. I don't know if you're gonna say something, but I assume that the blue power is from the mom or from their own tribe or group, and that makes him like the good witch or something. Like that's the ability that they have, like the blue energy or blue
the typical
blue
witch
magic.
power. Yes, but
the blue magic.
we think that probably. Well, go ahead.
No, so the reason why they took her and tried to kill her because she learned black magic.
Yeah,
Remember
dark
that?
magic.
Dark magic. That's why the mom said, you did this, but you went really deep. Like, you went really deep in learning all these. That's why her ability turned to purple.
That sounds
Is that
about right.
also why the Agatha said that she can be good?
Yeah, she can be good, but so I think the mother thinks that she learned so much of the dark magic that she can't be good anymore. Because she said, you can't. You know, she's like, I can't be good.
Look what
And she
she's
said,
doing
"I can't."
now. So she clearly
See,
isn't
but that's
good.
I have something I'm gonna say later about Agatha, like what I think about her, and it's also kind of a confirmation through the comic books, and in this show, I think they're gonna do it in this show. So okay, so I think you have another question about why is it turning purple when they were shooting her with their blue beams? Why is it turning purple?
No, I knew it was turning purple because that was Agatha doing it.
Yeah, because she's absorbing their magic.
Yeah, about that. I
Yeah.
was like looking at her. It's like,
Oh, she's absorbing it? I thought she was giving off her magic.
No, she's absorbing. That's why they're getting old.
yeah. If you notice, when she started off from screaming, then it changed from screaming to as if she was
Nothing.
having an orgasm.
Right, or
That's like
she
she was
getting
enjoying
satisfied,
the whole absorption
Yeah.
of power.
Yeah. And then when the mother hit her and towards the end of the once she fully absorbed her, the blue and the purple mixed up in her hand and then went in her body. So she's like absorbing their ability,
Yeah,
their magic.
it's one of the what typical witches would do, or typical storylines of witches to maintain their lifespan.
So does that make her stronger?
Yes, but also live longer.
Yeah.
That's why she's still alive today.
Okay, my other question I had is, so when I talked to Wakka about this, he said that when she casts a spell, or when she like does her magic, she says a spell.
Yeah.
But I was paying attention, and that's not true for every time. Because if you watch at the end, she just snapped her fingers. And she disappeared
Talking
and was
about
holding the
Agatha?
boys. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's probably just a normal ability
Yeah,
that they can do.
so-
Like they don't have, like for example in Harry Potter, right? I'm gonna use Harry Potter. There's some abilities that they do that they don't have to
Correct. It's very
enchant,
simple.
yeah, like flying a broomstick. You know, like is the broomstick flying or is them flying with the broomstick? You know what I mean? Like things like that. They don't have to enchant anything to make magic.
Yeah. When you have to enchant something, you're enchanting something quite more powerful. That's why when she was showing her about enchanting the little
Bug.
fly
Yeah,
and
yeah.
changing it to something else,
Butterfly.
Yeah.
Wanda
bird.
didn't have to do that. She had to cast a spell to
You mean Agatha?
Agatha has to cast a spell, but Wanda didn't. As you can tell, she transformed everything.
Right. Right.
Okay.
So speaking of which, I don't know if you have anything else with
No,
that
go ahead.
part. So speaking of which, now we go back from that scene to Wanda and Agatha, right?
Yes.
Hey, can you move your phone out of the microphone because it's picking up every time you get notification?
I haven't gotten a notification.
Oh, I don't know. Something's like taking up. It might be my phone because that happened the last time. But anyway, so we go back to Agatha's basement, and we see there that Wanda's there asking questions. So here's one of my not confirmation, but my assumption. And this is a big thing. This is a very big thing. Wanda is not a witch.
Why?
Because Agatha kept telling her, how did you do this? Like, these are very powerful incantation. These are very powerful hex. But you could see Wanda's face. She's confused. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, because she was
Like-
saying all. I agree. Agatha is expecting that she knew what she was talking about. But
Right.
this is not the case. So
Right.
she's not, I guess, not a known witch.
No,
She's
at all. She's not a witch at all. Like she's not a witch based on
title.
the witch.
and
No,
lifestyle?
based on the witches that captured her in the beginning, and the mother and her herself. Because every time she does something, like Agatha, she has to enchant some, like magical words. But Wanda doesn't have to.
Well, yeah, that's exactly.
You know what I mean? Like she changes the whole place. She didn't enchant anything because she's not a witch based on their witches. Cause her power came from the stone.
But the stone never
that's right.
came before her. If you notice that everything happened in the very beginning.
Right.
She acted as if she had the ability to
Yeah,
stop the missile.
because she's mutant. Her and Pietro, because Pietro got an ability too.
He's right.
I know he had an ability, but
But where did Pietro got his ability? You know what I mean? So what happened in that? I know we're skipping a little bit, but what happened in that Hydra compound? Because you got confused with that, right? The stone came out of the staff,
yeah,
and then you see the Mind Stone. That is the Mind Stone. That's one of the powerful Infinity
that what
Stone.
kept Vision alive.
Vision,
you know that
yeah.
thing on the
Yeah, that was Vision. So anyway, it exploded, and you have this team. Same thing that happened to Captain Marvel with the Tesseract. Same thing that happened to Monica when she entered the room. It's like something that enhanced their ability once you get exposed to Infinity Stone or that sort of power. You know what I'm
But
saying?
then what's the point of? Does she happen to just have a glimpse of the future when a silhouette?
Oh, I can answer that later. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Wait. What were you saying? A silhouette of what?
You know that
the
lady?
lady that you said, who's that lady that
Who's
came out of
that
the
lady?
stone?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can answer that in a little bit.
Let's rewind here a little bit because
Okay.
y'all are speeding up.
Right. Well, the reason why I mentioned that, so she's not a witch. That's why when she tried to use her power, Agatha said, "Remember these spells?" And she's confused, like, "No, I don't know that. You know the protective spell, so
Exactly.
she can't use her ability." And it's just Agatha. She's like confused, like, "No, I don't know any of this."
But
You know
that
what I
doesn't
mean?
make sense if she's not a witch yet. Her power is being affected by those things.
It's because it's so I think those spells are just suppress any other abilities.
No. I would like to say something about that.
Okay,
I was going to.
go ahead.
Okay. So, if you noticed, right before she had told Wanda that, Wanda, her eyes grew red and was trying to read her mind. And Agatha said, "You cannot read my mind."
Right.
So she was able to use her powers. But
Well-
then Agatha, that's when she did her thing.
If able to, she couldn't, go all out.
They might, I was going to say, they might just not be as strong.
So it's just
Right.
suppressed.
Right. Yeah. So the part when she said you can't read my mind is a foreshadow what happened to, not a foreshadow because it's not, foreshadowing is what will happen in the future. It's a reference of what happened. Remember the twins when one of the sons said, "I like being with you, Agatha. You're peaceful." I'm talking about inside.
Yeah.
Because his ability is to read people's minds.
Yes.
And that's why before that, when they were at home, it's like, it's so loud. Like, everybody's so loud because he's reading everybody's minds except for Agatha. So you can't read Agatha's mind. He got that ability from his mom.
Okay.
Yep. So, yeah, I think she's not a witch based on that. I think she has a mutant ability, and I think the mutant ability is reading people's mind. I think that's her mutant ability. And then
what was she trying to do with the missile?
Yeah, because she put her hand out.
And as if she was trying to do a mutant ability of
Right.
either telekinesis.
yeah, it might be telekinesis. Because she might be like a not Xavier, but
Dark
Jean Grey.
Yeah, Jean Grey, the Phoenix.
Yeah, something like that. So the rest of the ability, like all the hex, came from it blended with the Mind Stone. You know what I mean? But we know for sure she's not a witch. Like Agatha kept asking her, like, "How do you do this?" It's like I don't
So
know,
a
bro.
witch of
Like,
a lifestyle,
huh?
as in lifestyle, or just witch?
Like based on the witch where Agatha came from and the family came from.
Yes.
You know.
Because in some cases, for so-called powerful witches, like they are so powerful that the most simplest abilities is not need.
Well, those have superpowers. I'm talking about like witch that enchant magic words, like Agatha does. You know what I mean? Like those are the kind of witches they are. Like
Right.
they had to enchant words to produce magic.
So some of the theory on enchantment is actually just a way of a spell describing the image of magic to be more concrete instead of just thinking about it versus well, again, I think I'm just basing everything on manga stories, on fantasy mangas and stuff. But the enchantments and spells were mainly just to enhance the imagination of the spell to be stronger versus what's her name again? Wanda.
She's the main character, bro.
Sorry,
you know
I'm
the
thinking
title
really
of the
hard.
show?
No, long story short, so for Wanda, for what could be a very powerful fire spell, for example, it's a simple spell for her. All she has to do is just do it.
Yeah.
Because of her.
Yeah, because she has superpowers. That's
But then
what
it
I'm
makes
saying.
sense because almost every single movie that involves the Infinity Stone somehow enhances their ability. So it just makes sense. It kind of connects.
So she's not a witch that enchants spells. She just has superpowers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because if it is, then you can call Superman a witch. You know, he has a laser beam in his eyes, but he's not a witch. He just
How about
has
everyone
superpowers.
else?
Huh?
How about everyone else?
What do you mean?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange doesn't enchant spells.
All right, people.
You
We're
just
talking
do
about
hand
WandaVision here.
thing from because he came from a different place.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, so all right, so she entered to different doors. This is the memories, right? Do you guys notice about those doors?
Yeah.
And those memories, right? And so I mentioned this a little bit. Like the first memory was her parents, them watching a show with Dick Van Dyke.
Correct.
And it makes sense now why it's 1950s because of Dick Van Dyke and with the separate
Timeline?
beds. No, the separate beds,
separate beds.
and things like that. And they're watching. Yeah, it's because of that, Dick Van Dyke. Now what was the second door?
The second door was going to
In the Hydra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hydra place where she got that stone whole thing. And what was the third door?
Going to Sword.
No, Vision and that not Sword, Avengers compound.
Oh,
Vision,
Avengers
yeah,
compound.
Vision and Wanda. Okay, and those three doors, it connects to
The commercials.
first three commercials.
Yes.
The first commercial with the toaster, that was the beeping red light, that was the bomb. The second one, the Hydra watch. And then the third one is the Hydra soak. And there was a tagline in there where I think it says go somewhere that you feel safe but you're not kind of thing, which is the Avengers compound. Or if you're trying to escape. There you go. If you're trying to escape. That's the catchphrase in that commercial. So it expresses in the doors or what happened in the memories with the commercials.
So the fourth commercial, the medicine one, had no connection to any of it.
Fourth one.
You remember the one where
I think it had connections with when she went to go see
the medicine commercial?
Yeah.
Either the Nexus.
When it said that if you're depressed.
Oh no, that wasn't the fourth commercial. The fourth commercial is Lagos.
Oh yeah,
The paper
you're right.
towel.
You're right. That's right.
Yeah. And there's more before that because you also have the kid who's opening the thing,
Oh yeah, the food.
the food in the
Or the
island with the
yogurt or
shark and
something
the
like
yogurt,
that.
and he died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Nexus was the very last one.
Yeah. Okay, what I noticed. Okay, so in the beginning when she first started taking Wanda through all of these
Doors.
doors, she had to force Wanda, like especially with the first one because Wanda was like no.
Yeah.
So she had to force her to go through them. But if you notice towards the end, especially the very last one, it didn't because if you watch, Agatha moves her hand and the door appears.
Yeah.
But with the last one, she did not move her hand, but the door appeared anyways, and Wanda went right through it.
Yeah.
That was the sword, right?
That was when she went to see Vision's body.
Yeah. That was the last one.
Man, it was wrong when Hayward, make her
Oh my
look
gosh,
like,
I was completely wrong. Holy smokes.
make her look like she was the bad guy in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It made it seem like she stole the body, but the body was still there.
Yeah, she stole the body, and he was making it like she violated
broke it,
him. But
She
like,
only picked some scenes like how she opened the door.
But if I was Wanda and I'm that powerful, I would take the body. Like, these people can't do anything.
I think it's
You know what I
because
mean?
she had morals, but the way they described her as if she.
Right.
Well, if you
I would
notice,
take it.
To me, this is what I got out of it. And this is somebody that's, doesn't watch these movies. For when she was talking with him and he said, how do I know that that's what you're going to do with the body? And she kind of looked at him like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then he said,
What are you trying to say?
and then he said, you're the only person that could have the ability to bring back,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bringing
And
someone.
she was kind of confused. Like she did, like to me, she looked confused. Like she didn't know what he was talking about. Like
Yeah.
she didn't know that she had that ability.
Yeah. To jump on that, I thought that the memory that was being played through, because witches are normally untrustworthy, so I thought that some of the memories that she went through were somewhat manipulated just to trigger her to get even more pissed off or more something. But then again, it could be that's what happened when she met Hayward at Sword. That he knew that she had some kind of power to bring him online or back to life.
But all we know is Hayward wants Vision. Like,
as a
because
weapon.
he's like, that's a weapon and the vibranium. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The whatever to build him or to collect him, and things like that. So, let's go into. Do you guys have anything else before I go to the second room?
I just like the scene where she thought Agatha thought that she acted as if she cared.
Yeah.
That whole drama scene between
that was in the third
Vision,
room.
the third room.
Yeah.
And she wipes
Like-
her eye.
Right, wipes her eye. So in the second room, right, where the Hydra compound,
Mhm.
and you see that Mind Stone.
Yes.
And this will explain towards the end of what Agatha said. You are the Scarlet Witch. The silhouette that she saw was the Scarlet Witch.
So you're saying that Wanda has someone else in her?
Yeah.
To feedback off of that, first of all, I thought that person looked just like Wanda, except had like little horns.
Yeah. No, the horns was the mask. Remember in the Halloween
Costume?
episode?
That was
Costume?
supposed to be the exact like.
Yeah, that was the Scarlet Witch. Okay, so what is we played? It's funny that I
Wait, so
this
are
is
you
reference.
saying the Scarlet Witch went into Wanda?
Yes.
And so Wanda
Hold on.
is but you were just saying that she's not.
No, she is. Okay, the reason why I said the last time that she's not the Scarlet Witch. So when we first introduced Wanda in the MCU, they never mentioned her as being Scarlet Witch. They
That's
always
correct.
say that she's Wanda. The only reason why we knew that she's Scarlet Witch, because people who read the comic book said, "Oh, she's Scarlet Witch,"
Right.
but the MCU itself never mentioned that she's Scarlet Witch.
What
So-
is MC?
The Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh.
Yeah, Marvel. Okay, so
Cinematic or comic?
cinematic.
Oh.
MCU is the movie.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so you played Clue before, right? What color is Scarlet?
Is she red?
Red. Because Scarlet is red.
Right.
Now, the witch, Scarlet Witch, because she said you have
She
the
wasn't
ability.
red.
Huh?
She wasn't red.
No. Remember her powers?
I know, but the Scarlet, if you're saying that
No,
what
no, no.
she saw in
Uh-huh.
the room was the Scarlet Witch that went into her, that wasn't red, it was yellow.
No, because you see the silhouette. The yellow is the Mind Stone.
Yeah, the Mind Stone, the bright light.
The bright
So you
light
only
is the
saw,
Mind
like,
Stone.
The silhouette. Yeah, the silhouette of her.
Yeah, the silhouette of her is the Mind Stone. So I got two things. The first one, Agatha, towards the end when she said you're the Scarlet Witch, you're supposed to be a myth, because in the witch world there's different colors apparently of ability. You have the blue one, which is the normal. Purple is her, the darkness, and then scarlet, the red one, is the myth that can produce ability in an instant, just like the Reality Stone.
So they call it the chaos. This is chaos magic. That's what you call it.
Yep.
Okay, so are you saying she is or she isn't?
No.
So the witch, the Scarlet Witch that she saw in the Mind Stone, went in her and merged with her. That is that witch.
Oh.
So she has a combination of that and the Mind Stone.
To piggyback on that, so you're saying that there's a dual personality, or she's just
No, it's just
borrowing her power?
It's not dual personality. It's just the power.
Okay, so this is Wanda, but she is using the power of Scarlet Witch. Is
Yes.
that what you're saying?
And the Mind Stone.
And the Mind Stone.
Yep. Because remember, after that whole ordeal with the in the Hydra facility, you see the yellow and red merging in her, just like what happened to Agatha with the purple and blue merging in her.
That makes a lot of sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch.
So
That's why
if
she's a
Scarlet Witch is a myth, how did Wanda happen to know it?
I don't know. We don't know. What we all know is she showed up during that Mind Stone scene, and you see that silhouette.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? And that's why she's red, because we know from the beginning that she got the ability from the Mind Stone, but she's making reality. Like, how is that possible? It's because of the Scarlet Witch. And now when she made Vision, you know, when she's making the whole compound, she's making Vision not from the red mist, it's from a yellow, which is the Mind Stone.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
You remember how...
Oh.
Yeah. Because so she's building everything, remaking everything through the red ability, but remade Vision through the Mind Stone.
And that's how Agatha found out.
Yes. Because when she said, I got a theory, when she said, I have the theory, she said that during the...
right after that.
No, right after the second room. Yeah, right
Yeah.
after the second room. She said, I have a theory, but let's check this out first. Because she witnessed that whole merging of the Vision Mind Stone in Scarlet Witch. Or at least just a silhouette of the Scarlet Witch. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's making sense to
Right.
me
And
now.
like I said, this is just my assumption based on what I'm looking at and watching. It's probably not. You know what I mean? It's probably not.
Maybe not.
It's making
Right.
so much
But
sense, though.
you're connecting the lines of the dots
Right.
that are already existing.
Right.
I feel like you're cheating. Where are you getting all this stuff
Just by
from?
watching. I never looked up anything or watched anything. I just pay attention and see what's going on. Okay, so second thing, Agatha. I think Agatha. So in the comic books, they said Agatha can be good and bad at the same time. I think Agatha is a good person, but she's trying to defeat someone higher, so she needs Wanda's help. So she's like training Wanda. So they need someone. She's trying to defeat someone. So okay, so because Agatha is always like, what episode was that? She's like confused or something. Like she's trying to defeat someone. Oh yes. Episode. Oh my gosh, she's so good. Episode 7. I have a mole on the back.
Oh.
She's not talking about a mole. She's talking about a mole, like a betrayer, a traitor mole.
Oh. You saying that there's a...
There's
don't
a
know about
traitor.
that.
I know that's kind of a stretch, but she said I got a mole.
So...
And it's bugging me. She said it's bugging me. I can't handle it.
So basically, you know how they have a mole is basically someone, it's an insider?
Yeah, I get what he's talking about, but I don't know if I necessarily agree.
I think that's...
Do you think it's whom Jimmy
Woo? Yeah.
who he's
Yeah.
looking for?
Probably.
And for some reason it's affecting her?
I think it's Pietro. I think that the guy who playing Pietro is a person. The only reason why I said that, and this is one of my prediction, the reason why I said that, because when Monica Rambeau opened the basement, he came out of nowhere and said nosy something.
Yeah.
Snoopy.
Snoopy's will Snoop or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Someone.
Doesn't make sense because if
there's a double meaning to the whole mole. That's what she's saying.
Mhm.
No. If
it's
she
Pietro?
was truly trying to defeat Pietro,
Not Pietro himself. I think at least Pietro is what's his name?
And
Mephisto, the devil.
right.
Yeah.
But if she was trying to defeat him, she wouldn't have used him.
or that's why it's a mole. Like they used to be good together until he betrayed her.
So he was an accomplice at one point.
At one point, he was an accomplice until he betrayed her. That's why it's a mole.
I don't know about this.
Yeah.
I don't know about this theory.
Yeah.
It's not adding up to me.
It's well, the whole, if you notice that there's a pattern to every single memory lane.
Yeah.
I'm calling it because she went through memory door, whatever you call it. The peak of her abilities is through her depression. So
Yeah.
I think she's using her kids to make it even worse. On top of all the pain that she just went through, just to bring that ability out even more. But then I think it makes sense what you're saying, where she's using the kids as leverage to convince her, hey, look.
Yeah. Yeah. But okay, so were they out of the basement now? Because it never showed that they were out of the basement. They're just going
Never said they were
like
in the
doors.
basement either. They were in the house, but after that,
Well, they
went through
doors.
all those doors,
Yeah.
and then they ended up in Wanda's house.
well,
Right.
this is a witch level, so they can just snap like she did. She snapped, took her
Stop
kid,
snapping.
snapped. Yeah, right.
No,
My
the
bad.
reason why I said that because when she went out of the house, she suddenly could use her ability.
That's because they weren't in
In the basement anymore. And the reason why I connected that because is that why she's like trying to help Wanda enhance her ability, like through depression that you said. Now
Yeah.
you see her kids.
No,
it's
because
like
they were
getting
in.
more powerful.
I thought they were in Wanda's house, except
No, they were in Wanda's house.
Wanda doesn't live on a curve. When Wanda came running out,
They were at Agatha's. Remember, she went inside to Agatha's
no,
house.
Agatha doesn't
but
live
she-
on a curve either.
No.
Because
Yeah.
when they came running out, I don't even know where they were because the neighborhood was curved. Like
That's
if
a
you
good-
look in the background, it was
That's
on
a
a
good.
curve.
That's a good. Yeah, that's good.
I didn't catch that. I just saw
Good catch.
houses.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I was also looking for Wanda's house, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I saw it.
Right.
But I know they weren't in Agatha's house.
Interesting.
No, but they were in her house. So Wakka asked earlier, has it been always like looking like that with the whole set instead of like a whole house? I think the set part is
No,
just.
I asked that.
Oh, you asked that?
She's
Okay.
the one
I think the set looking part is just more like a showing that it's a show kind of thing.
Well, she kind of looked at it like, what the heck is all of this doing here?
Speaking of, those
Right.
lights must have been burning them like crazy. There's like heater lights.
Yeah, those are expensive. But okay, so another point. So Westview exists.
Yes.
So why did those-
It's like a for sure.
Yeah, it exists.
But I knew that the first
No.
episode.
But the first episode, the cop said
it's
yeah.
Eastwood. So
No. The cop said it doesn't exist. So Monica asked him, "Where are you from?" "I'm from Eastview." So they both look at each other and like, "Oh, okay. So if you're from Eastview, there should be a Westview." And then in my head, it's like, "Yeah, but there's what do you call this? There's some places, there's some states that says north, but there's no south. You know what I mean? Or east, like West Virginia. There's
I
the
don't
way
know.
I
there's
thought
no
about
East
those
Virginia.
cops, I just thought that they were brainwashed. But the thing is that
But how would they be brainwashed? They're not inside the dome.
then how do they not know that
I
East
think-
Westview exist?
I think that's just part of you're right. I think they're just brainwashed in a way that that Wanda, before she created the whole thing, it affected the other places and said this place doesn't exist, kind of thing.
That's some
Maybe.
powerful stuff that
Right.
she was able to extend it that far.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Agatha was so confused. Like, how are you doing all these ability? Because it's like you got spells in auto mode. Like what? And that explains why.
Yeah,
Because
that's why. Yeah, I guess so.
yeah. But Westview exists because she drove there and she saw all the people that we saw.
That's if
And build the
Wakka
house.
is right or isn't right and said like in her visions weren't manipulated by
By her.
Agatha.
Vision himself.
No,
No. The visions that
Oh,
Agatha was
yeah,
taking her
yeah.
through. If they weren't
manipulated.
like, if they were manipulated, maybe like that last one, what isn't true.
The last
Yeah,
memory.
but she got a map.
The what?
She got a map. Are you talking about the door itself or
No,
the
she's
whole
saying that
experience?
She's probably saying that what she's saying is that last memory lane may have been tampered.
What would it be though? Because it's like it's Agatha. Like Agatha wanted to find the truth.
Out, yeah, but
So
that,
she
that
won't
truth
manipulate
happened
that.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, but she won't manipulate something if she wanted to find the truth.
I have no idea.
Well, that's witches. Witches are
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's real. I think those parts are real. Now, just my question about Westview is.
Yeah. So
the
going
people
back,
in
that's
there.
where I'm like, where did we go off from here? Yeah, I just don't know how they do not know that Eastview is not there or Westview is not there because it's in plain sight.
Right.
Yeah, I think the cops were just extras. Really.
Or
don't
maybe
know.
it's just because this guy is out for Wanda. I don't know.
Right.
And do you think that whole neighborhood is just by coincidence Agatha lived there? Or did she just happen to sense that the ability was there and she just welcomed herself? And you know how she floated in
Right.
her introduction?
Yeah, I think she's not part of the whole thing when she
Yeah.
changed it. Because, in the it was Agatha all along scene, she changed costume. You know what I mean? So from a witch to
part of the whole play.
yeah, part of the whole play.
Oh yeah.
And this is why I think in the very first episode, when someone knocked the door and she opened the door and it was Agatha, she was surprised.
Oh, and how?
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
I should have caught this before. How did Hayward? Is that his name?
Yeah,
Not-
the director.
black. No, the black guy.
Oh, how
Herb?
Herb. How did he go from being their neighbor to Agatha being their neighbor?
No, like Agatha was a few blocks away.
No,
Like few houses away.
no.
It wasn't right
Because-
next to her.
No, because when what's the curly hair girl name?
Monica?
Yeah, because when Monica came and they were having that argument, they were at Wanda's house and Agatha came running out of her house, which was next door.
Well, it didn't show that.
Yes, it
No,
did.
it should show that she was running. It
No,
showed
it showed-
that she was looking out the window.
It showed her, yes. How did that transition happen? That doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know. Maybe it's just changing place. Like that's part of the magic. You're just changing locations and houses
I mean,
Maybe.
this is
Yeah.
magic,
Yeah.
according to
or power, like Wanda's
Agatha.
power.
Yeah.
Well, Wanda did it.
Well, yeah, magic.
Mm-hmm.
They're calling
So
it
now
magic.
we know for sure that Wanda did it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's crazy stuff.
Well, because of that last door. Well, yeah, last door when she left.
But is she really causing the pain for all those people?
No, that's Agatha.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, it doesn't make sense then. Then why was Monica saying that she felt her pain? Wanda's pain.
No, she didn't say she felt her pain. She just said it's painful.
Nobody
Yeah.
said no. Monica said I felt Wanda's pain.
I don't know.
Is she talking about pain as in like all the pain that she was going through before the hex happened? Is that what everybody's talking about? Is that pain?
She's
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because when Wanda created the hex, she had all this grief in her, so now everybody's feeling all this grief.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
And because Agatha just
You're getting cocky there. Holy smokes.
Agatha just entered the scene, she's using her ability to manipulate the magic that existed.
Would it be funny if I didn't record that whole thing?
I
can
go
always-
to bed.
Yeah, but yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes
Everyone's feeling pain.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And
I
Wanda doesn't
Pain
know.
and grief.
I
yeah.
still stand on my belief that there's a higher enemy.
No, I think there's
Agatha's
there's
not.
another.
Yeah, Agatha's
I'm not
the
saying
higher.
that Agatha is the main, but
Mhm.
just knowing Agatha's
How
history.
How many episodes does this have?
This is I don't know. We're in 8th now. They said it's
I think
9.
there's 9 or 10.
They said 9, but
So the next one's the last.
yeah, I've been hearing to a lot of people. I don't think it's the last.
All I gotta say is it better end on a good note, because if not, I ain't watching anymore.
Speaking of ending on a good note, we ended on the post-credit scene with Vision.
Vision
We
blue.
saw Vision.
Oh, yeah.
Is it blue or purple
It was white.
or gray? I think it was gray.
White.
It wasn't the original Vision's colors.
was
Put it that way.
white.
I
Okay.
thought he was bluish
He
bright.
was white.
What is this? The gown again? Is it is it golden white or blue and yellow?
He was white.
Okay. So we saw Vision not in the normal shades of color.
White.
And now my question is he conscious?
Yes. Yes, because...
As a real Vision
No.
or
Yes.
or enemy Vision?
Yes, because of the way he looked at his body.
I thought it was just because he is a high advanced sentinel or sentient, as they call it.
Yeah.
That he just looked at himself as, he's aware. But I'm tripping off is that,
Stop snapping.
sorry, because I don't have a table to hit.
The tap.
I'm tripping off is that why is he after him, the fake version?
I got an answer to that.
Okay, I'm going to feed off of that. Yes, why is he after the Vision in
In the
Wanda's
Hex.
in the Hex
Mm-hmm.
when it showed that Wanda did
Didn't steal.
not steal his body?
I got an answer to that. You guys ready for my answer? The vision that they had was the body embodiment vision, but the vision inside the hex. Oh my gosh! Okay, say it.
Okay, I don't know what you were going to say, but I know when they were taking apart all his pieces, he had said, shoot, what did he say? He said something about needing the pieces. So maybe that's why he needed the pieces.
No, well,
Kind of like the answer, but my answer is this. And like I said, this is not a factual answer. This is just my observation. The vision that they had is just the embodiment, the body, the casing, the casing.
They
The
needed the
vision
soul.
in the hex is the Mind Stone vision. So the way they will solve this, and there will be a real vision, is that vision and this vision will merge and become the real vision.
Okay, so are they doing this whole series thing to get Vision alive again?
Probably.
Well, because he is a
Probably, and-
main character in the MCU.
Yeah, and Sword did a great job on, building him up. Like that's got to be
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. Because that's really fine. Like, I mean, as
Yeah.
in fine, small, detailed.
Right?
But why would they want to rip his body up?
Because they got vibranium. So vibranium is a really powerful
Material.
a rock. So you can hit it with whatever you want,
And it will absorb it.
It
I
will
don't
absorb it.
know if you've seen, the image of Captain America, right?
His shield is
No,
made of
you-
vibranium. Yeah.
Oh, I guess. No.
I don't know, but I think you're right. But I think it is Vision. I think the Vision in the Hex
Mm-hmm.
is not. But I think he's just of Wanda's imagination kind of thing.
But, well, yeah. But
And I think this one is the Vision. But
Do
I
you
think you're right.
do you think Wanda separate her power with the Mind Stone? Separate it with the Mind Stone because of Vision?
But I don't think she can control that though. I think it just came out of her.
Just to picture Vision?
Yeah, just
That's quite coincidental to happen.
I think she didn't. I don't think she separated the Mind Stone. I think she still has the Mind Stone, but she's part of the Mind Stone. She got a part of Mind Stone in her, so he just came out
That Mind Stone was pretty big.
to make to make a Vision creation.
But
Because Vision is part of the Mind Stone.
I mean, why couldn't she just kept the red ability informing him?
Because Vision is part of the Mind Stone.
Well, didn't you say
Okay, no, remember there's no Vision. She created everything out of nothing, out of something. So you got the platform, you got the reality. but Vision is nothing. It's
Okay.
zero.
Actually, you're right. That makes sense.
You know what I mean? So she had to create something from zero, and that is Vision out of the Mind Stone.
So that could be.
So to answer your question, she still has. I think this is my assumption. I think she still has Mind Stone in her.
I
She just
disagree.
created Mind Stone.
I disagree. I think that's why Hayward wants Vision so bad is because he has the Mind Stone.
Yes. No. We both agree. What I'm trying to say
yeah, but
is,
I don't think Wanda has any part of it.
you don't
I think she just has her, her abilities. I don't think she has this
Mind Stone?
Yeah.
Oh, I think she does, because of what happened in the second door in the Hydra facility, and she absorbed some of the Mind Stone, cloud.
The Mind Stone is supposed to be one of the known
Right.
powerful ingots.
Right, I get that. I get that she absorbed that, but once she created Vision,
okay, that's
it
what you're
all
saying.
went into him.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
that I
that's
was
a
saying,
possibility too. That's a big possibility.
So, the body is outside, the soul is inside the hex.
Yep.
If you put them together, the Vision will come back.
Vision will come back.
So, the sentient might have, as a computer or robot, have the memory of everything in the back drive of it, while the soul that keeps the personality, the morals, and everything is in the hex, and they just need to combine it. Interesting.
Is it the moral though, or is it just the ability?
I
think the sentient can fly. I don't think the sentient can do what Vision can do, like, be invisible and go through walls and things like that. I think he just has the vibranium ability, which is strong and can punch something.
more
and
like body.
and that's my prediction. I don't think he has the Mind
Okay,
Stone
that makes
ability.
sense.
You know
because
what I mean?
The sentient outside of the hex
Yep.
is
Doesn't
more
have,
realistic of a robot.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Yes.
I agree.
Okay,
with
that makes sense.
Yeah, but he's smart too, because he got the what's his name, the Iron Man's assistant, Jarvis. Yeah, Jarvis, Iron Man, and
So do you
Hulk.
think this is legit Jarvis that's in the outside?
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's legit like a robot, but he's conscious. So he's robot, but he's conscious. Like part of Vision is in him.
Yeah, because he's like.
But he does not have the super ability that came from the Mind Stone.
I can dig that. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Nothing. I'll save it.
No, what is it?
No, because we're talking about all of this, and it kind of confuses me. But it does. I'm trying to get my thoughts together with this because, when we think of this whole thing with Vision, and then you think back to Pietro, and Wanda didn't create him.
Pietro?
Yeah, it was
Agatha. Yeah.
So does she have the ability to also create somebody from the dead?
I wouldn't be surprised if she did, but she has to cast a very powerful spell to make
Not
that
from the
happen.
dead. Not from the dead. No.
But he's dead.
No,
But
like
that's
make an
not the
imagery.
same guy.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's not. So she can just transform somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
that's why
she grab him out of the hex, and bring him there.
That's why, if you notice, why she was giving a sneak peek of a witch's ability. She cast a spell on the fly, transformed it into a bird.
Oh
Yeah.
yes. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, this is my last point. The reason why this is my last point, because I didn't kind of cheated. I watched a video. This from the episode 7. Don't worry, it's not the episode 8. And they assume that the rabbit is Agatha's son.
I remember we've been talking about that.
Agatha got a son, and he's evil.
And she's putting him on a leash, or just saving him for backup.
Yeah, kind of. And it was the rabbit.
Then what was the point of the fly? All this time I thought it was the boys.
Yeah, I
did
know. Me too. And then they just show up out of nowhere. It was creepy. Yeah.
But you did say in the previous podcast that they were initially evil.
Yeah, they were.
But that's when Mephisto came and interfered with that.
Well, because during the episode 6, the Halloween episode, he was saying, "Go, my little spawn." So if we assume that Pietro is Mephisto, and he said, "Go, my little spawn." So in the comic books, the kids, Wanda created the two kids, but Mephisto put his powers in them.
Before he came appeared.
Yep.
Where does the other kid get his speed?
Pietro.
Yeah, Pietro is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It got a speed ability.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier, and it kind of made me think about the timeline wise with what do you call this? With the Stark Industries and blowing up things. That's not Tony Stark, right?
During
it can
that
be.
time?
Yeah, it can be. He's still a kid by then. During Cold War, he would have
because
been still a kid.
well, if not a kid, he's probably a young teen because. Oh, you gotta. Well, I'm watching the Iron Man movie.
Either kid or young teen, but he won't be running the place.
Well, and
that
that's
will be
when,
his dad.
Well, his dad is dead, and he's running it by that old wrestler dude.
Yeah, but okay. So if you watch, I'm sorry, but if you watch Iron Man 3 during the barf scene, he was a teenager and his dad is alive. His parents died when he was
Acting
18.
like a fool.
Yeah, acting like a fool. So he would have been his dad who did all that thing.
Oh, you're probably right.
You know what I mean? Not necessarily did all the thing, but
so Stark Industries
started by his dad. Yeah. Remember
long
Captain
before?
America? Oh, yeah.
I do.
Remember Captain America? That's Stark Industries.
Oh, but it wasn't like out in the open like to the current Tony Stark.
Yeah, no, it's not as powerful.
Isn't his dad also Howard? Howard Stark? Yeah, Howard.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, because I'm confused with Hayward.
Oh, okay. Hayward and Howard. Yeah. Do you guys have anything else?
No.
Any notes? Any notes that you wrote there? You guys keep forgetting to mention your notes.
I already covered all mine.
Something's ringing.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's my phone too.
Okay.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Nothing? All right. Well, that's it. I enjoyed that podcast. You know, that episode is so the previous episodes especially from 1 to 7, we're trying to figure out a lot of things and to answer a lot of things. So we're I feel like Marvel is giving us some hints here and there, like the movie titles and things like that. So we have a lot of more things to talk about. And now in this episode, they're showing all the answers. It's like, oh, it's like, yeah, okay. So now you're not gonna give us
there's
more.
There's no
hints.
anticipation. There's
right.
no guessing.
There's no more hints to give us. It's like, yep, there's the information. Yep, here it is. Yeah, it's Agatha. It's this and that. Like, okay.
Oh, there is one. It's the scene that you mentioned. It's like, I don't know why they still do it, but they did it because of their job. You know how the soldiers came in when
oh yeah,
and they were pointing at her like, I gotta do this.
Right? Like, but what? You can't do anything. She just shattered a glass and flew from the sky like from nothing. And you're gonna point a gun? Are you serious? Like it doesn't make any sense. What is your bullet gonna do?
It's my job. I'm just doing my job.
I got a 401k for this. It's for my retirement.
I just gotta do it. I gotta look good in front of my boss.
Right? I got health insurance though, so it's okay.
That's funny.
All right. Well, thank you again for joining us. Hopefully, you join us again in the next episode.
This depends on how it goes.
Right. This episode was 47 minutes. The first time.
Oh,
it's 47
there was another
minutes.
thing.
Yeah.
I know we're about to finish up, but in each episode, because I was thinking back on some of the old, Bewitch, I Love Lucy, Van Dyke shows. They traditionally kept the length of each episode until it started to build more minutes to it.
Oh, I just realized something.
Hold on. Yeah. So,
like the first episode, they were traditionally just 30 minutes or less, and unless there were commercials in between.
Yeah.
And then as it built up, there was, I think Brady Bunch was the same thing, and then when it got to Full House Decade, Well, I'm surprised they did 30 minutes of it, or was it?
Oh,
30?
I see what you're saying.
It was.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's 30.
Yeah.
30.
Most of the sitcoms are
How
like
long
that.
was the Fuller House?
I'm pretty sure 30.
Yeah, most of the sitcoms are just 30 minutes.
Yeah, but you guys watch about 40 minutes of it nowadays.
No, we
That's-
watch like 911 and all that. Those are not sitcoms.
Yeah,
I guess you're
Full
right.
House and Fuller House. There's two different ones.
How about Friends? Were they 40,
They're-
30?
They're 30.
30.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I
Yeah.
don't watch a lot of sitcoms. In that.
Okay, did anybody notice that, and I just am thinking about this, that when the dad opened the suitcase of all the movies, those are when we're trying to figure out what the
Yeah.
beginning is,
Yeah.
those are the beginning.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
mentioned that earlier.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
And this is because it's that answers the question why
Why?
she's making it like a TV show.
TV show.
Yeah.
It's
Because
all
of her dad.
memory
Yeah.
lane shows.
Apparently, her favorite show is Van
Van
Dyke.
Dyke.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I was
job.
surprised he acted Van Dyke.
Right.
Because he was Mary Poppins' actor as the
Right.
funny guy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
wait.
right. Yeah.
But yeah,
Wasn't he the
cleaner.
The
Yeah.
cleaner? Okay, that's right. That's Van Dyke. All right. Well, we enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed this podcast as much as we enjoyed
Yes, it was good.
recording this. It's currently 1:00 in the
Yeah.
morning. Well, we thank you guys so much again for joining us. I hope and we hope that you share this, you like it, comment, let us know what you think, tell your friends about us. You know, you guys can also support us. My name is CB, Captain Bug, AJ.
Yeah.
You guys can find me on the Gum Fam Show. That's us, the Gum Fam Show, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and all that good stuff. We also have a YouTube, and yeah, again, that's the Gum Fam Show. If you guys want to find Wakka, he's somewhere. Just go find him.
I'm on the other side of the room.
Exactly. Right.
If you have any questions or concerns or want to reach out to me, you can always email the TMS, the Filipino. Yeah. Can you say it? I can't say it.
So you guys can follow us. This podcast. Follow us, The Maximum Filipino Show.
Yes.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and all that good stuff. Email us, themaximumfilipino@gmail.com. Ask us, hey, where do Wakka live? We're not gonna tell you, but still, it's a good try. Just do it. Yeah, you guys can support us. Patreon.com/TMFS show. We'll see you guys again on the next podcast. We're gonna do a lot more. See you guys.
Peace.
Bye.
Correct.